Alright, let's focus on oxidation reduction half reactions. So again, just like with everything, we've got to balance the equation and assign oxidation numbers before we can start doing anything else. So looking at this, I have 1 magnesium. Over here I have 3, so I'm going to put a coefficient of 3. 2 nitrogens, 2 nitrogens. So now my equation's balanced. Again, you've got to remember that when they're by themselves, they have not done anything with their electrons, so they start with oxidation numbers of 0. It's not until they form this ion that electrons have been transferred. So we're going to start with nitrogen first. Nitrogen is -3. Magnesium is +2. So now that we've assigned everything, you got to remember, the way I personally like to do it is it's easy to identify what number reduced. So magnesium went from 0 to +2. That is not reduction. It increased. Here I went from 0 to -3. That number was reduced, which means nitrogen is going to be the thing that was reduced. So I'm going to start with that because that's personally how I like to do it. So starting with nitrogen first, we're going to write N2 because that's what we've got, and it has an oxidation number of 0. It's together because it hasn't come apart or anything like that, and it is going to gain electrons. So because it's gaining electrons, we're going to add them on this side. And here's where you got to do a little bit of math. So this 2 times -3 equals a -6. So it is going to gain 6 electrons. That is what happens here in order for, on this side, me to end up with a total of 2 nitrogen -3 ions. Okay, so that is my reduction half of the equation. These electrons being gained is why we use that phrase oil rig, because electrons were gained in this reduction. So now we can go back and we can look at the oxidation side. So I've got magnesium, I've got 3 magnesium, and they have 0 oxidation number. But remember, oxidation is lost. So when something's lost, that's going to end up being on the product side. So I have 3 Mg plus 2 on this side of the equation. And that is going, I've got to also show 2 times 3 is 6, the loss of 6 electrons for that to be possible. When I've got my 2 half reactions that I've shown. Now to write the balanced half reaction, we have to cancel our electrons because I've got them being gained on this side and lost on this side. So now I've got 3 MgO plus N2O yields Mg3, 3 Mg, 2 pluses, plus 2N minus 3. Okay, so that's our balanced half reaction. And so now we've just got to identify our oxidizing agents. So if magnesium was oxidized, then that means nitrogen is my oxidizing agent because nitrogen was my electron acceptor. And if nitrogen was reduced, then magnesium is my reducing agent because it was the electron donor.